What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming to another detailing video on my RTE detailing channel. And today we got one of my homies, Aesthetic Auto Detailing. How you doing today, Jerry?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm tweaking out that pre-workout right now.
Hey,
bro, I had pre-workout in the morning, and then I had a cold brew.
Ooh.
And I'm tweaking.
You're on
bro.
a good one today.
I'm not gonna fall asleep anymore. Jerry, for people who don't know, how long you been detailing?
8 years now. 8
years. And
yes,
in this video, we're gonna break down 3 to 5 beginner mistakes all detailers make. So if you start a detailing business or you want to start a detailing business, this video is for you, so stick around to the end. And Jerry, let's get started, man. What would you say is the first beginner mistakes that a lot of detailers do?
I would say, obviously, it's the not knowing your worth, you know, charging too low. Just because you start off too low, you're gonna start, attracting those clients that you really don't want to work with. And then once you start kind of understanding like, okay, I need to charge more, it's kind of hard to break out of that price bracket just because those clients are going to be unhappy. And then, you got to let go of them.
Okay, but here's the thing. What if someone doesn't know their worth? What's the best way for them to figure that out? I
mean, if somebody doesn't know their worth, it's kind of hard to help them understand it because they're oblivious to it, Like for me, for example, when I first started YouTube with you, my prices were kind of lower than they are now. And the reason why it was like that was because I was actually like engaging with like the audience and all that. And I had a whole lot of people that were telling me like, nah, man, it looks like you do great work, charge this much, charge that much. And I started gaining like a sense of confidence because I'm over here thinking like, okay, I wasn't confident enough to charge X amount for a job, and I have people that I don't even know that are telling me like, hey man, raise your prices. It helped out a lot. So doing YouTube with you was what helped me because I had people, pretty much like rooting me on.
Before you did the whole YouTube thing and people start talking to you, telling you to raise your prices, do you see some key factors where you should have raised your prices before? Like maybe you were getting a lot of compliments, you were getting star-5 reviews. They were like, oh my God, all of this for $30?
Yeah. That happened a whole lot. I had a lot of people, some people, they stood quiet on it just because they're like, oh, well, this guy's super cheap. I don't know if I'm gonna find somebody else like this. I had other people telling me like, oh, that's it? Okay, no problem. And they'd give me like a $30, $40 tip,
Bro, isn't that the worst?
Yeah.
Where you charge a certain amount and then your clients are like, oh, that's it? That's nothing?
Yeah.
You're an extra.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that was something also. The thing is though, is that I was afraid. I was literally afraid to raise my prices on people because I didn't want them to get mad, And I feel like some people could relate to that. Some people could understand that. But at the end of the day, you're a business. Your main purpose is to be profitable. You don't want to be a slave to a mindset of like, I don't know, I don't want to raise the prices.
There you guys go. So if you don't know if you should raise your prices, if you're getting compliments, if you're getting tips, if you're booked out, you got too much business.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
definitely.
Think about raising your prices, all right? All right, Jerry, so the second mistake a lot of detailers make when starting out is they're not really that educated. They're figuring things out, and they might use the wrong product for the wrong job.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example of that?
Yeah, either wrong product or just using a product wrong. Oh, actually, yeah, I guess not using it fully correctly, For example, when I first started using like a degreaser, it was the very first shop I ever went to in Baldwin Park. I used all their degreaser full, like concentrated, I didn't what's the word, dilute it at all, and I sprayed it on my Honda and I stained my hubcaps. Yeah, I had drip marks and I let it sit for a little bit. I didn't know what I was doing, man. I was just starting out, and that's when I realized like, okay, I need to like dilute this stuff. And then I started realizing like, okay, well, I was using this product wrong. So an example for this is using, let's just say, a wheel cleaner on like leather seats, for example, And I know it sounds crazy to us, but I've actually had clients tell me like, oh yeah, I don't know why it's like this now. Like I use this product and this, and I've been like, whoa, like you're not supposed to use that. So that's really why they called me to, kind of correct their mistakes or whatever. So you guys gotta watch out for that, because if you guys are gonna be doing that stuff to other people's vehicles, probably get a lawsuit on your hands, you know, they might sue you, whatever the case is.
You're scaring them, Jerry.
Hey, it's scary, man. It's scary because everybody just goes in thinking like, nothing's wrong, you know, nothing's gonna happen. But that's why there's business insurance, because accidents do happen. They really do.
All right, Jerry, so my question to you is, how could someone without experience, without knowledge, get that knowledge, man? Is it trial and error? Is it a training? Is it just asking questions to a lot of different people?
Yeah, it's all of the above.
Yeah.
You know, I learned through a lot of trial and error. Luckily, if I didn't know what I was doing, if I was testing out like a new product or a new technique, whatever, I would do it on my vehicles first. That way I didn't mess anybody's you know, personal vehicles up. I did a lot of YouTube. I actually didn't start doing training until like later on in like my career. But if you guys could start off with training, you know, if you guys have the spare money, the extra money to do it, I would say 100% do it. Find somebody that's like trusted or like a business or something, because there's so many people offering, you know, like classes these days, and some of them don't even know. Yeah, exactly. Some of them don't even know what they're doing.
Hey, so there you go. If you guys don't have a lot of experience, ask people. Try stuff out on your own car, your baby mama's car, your mother-in-law's car, cause f her, bro. F up her car, all right? Bro, Jerry, hey, editor, keep this in. Well, every time we record, bro, someone's cutting the grass.
I know.
What the f,
I know. Every time, oh, they got the cameras out. Let's go do this real quick.
They run outside.
They weren't even there. That stuff wasn't even set up. I know.
All right, Jerry. So the third mistake, a lot of detailers do, and I see it a lot. They're over and applying a product. Like you mentioned earlier, dilution ratio.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't need to spray so much on a vehicle. You know, foaming the wheels.
Yeah.
What's some examples that you've experienced or that you see other people do when applying chemicals properly?
Definitely like waxing, for example. You know, sometimes you don't need to use like that much, especially if you're using like a polisher. You know, if you're just doing like a quick little wax shop or whatever. I've seen people to where they're doing like a huge X. They're, you know, they're like packing it on. Stuff like that, a little goes a long way. And back when I used to have people like helping me out, and I used to tell them like, hey, you're using too much. I'm like, no, I only put this much. I'm like, I know you're using too much, because you can see it splattering, you know? You can see it splattering off the pad. Or just making a mess with it. You know, you guys gotta be careful with that. Because I've like gone to clients and I'm doing jobs for them, and I could see like a product, you know, it could be like a polish or something, and it's like on the trim and it just looks messy. I gotta clean that stuff up. It's just, it gets ugly, guys. It really does.
Right. So going the opposite route of over applying, do you feel detailers kind of like, you know, when you're running out of shampoo and you put more water in it?
Oh yeah.
Hey, is that being stingy? Are you being cheap, or is that part of the game to save an extra buck?
I would say it's part of the game, honestly. You know, you guys are being smart about it, you know, because if you guys can make something last just a little longer, and you're not really cutting corners or anything, and you're not really like cheating the client out either, why not? You know?
Hey, let us know in the comments below. What do you guys think? The extra dilution, you know?
Yeah.
Do you guys do it? Do you think it's not fair for the client? Do you still get results? What product do you do that on? Let us know in the comments below. Is there such a thing as overspending on chemicals or brands, in your opinion?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think so. You know, like you guys have seen me, you know, buy like a whole lot of products for like Black Friday, this and that. My thing is I'm buying for like the year, you know? So throughout the year, I'm not really buying products just because I'm set. And if I bought that on sale, then to me, it's like, that's a win-win, you know? But I do see a lot of guys like on Instagram or sometimes even on YouTube, they're always buying like the next big thing or the next hype, you know, like new toys pretty much. And it's cool, it's fun, but the society that we live in today, they're always coming out with something new, and you're always going to be chasing that next thing. And to me, it's like, doesn't end, you know?
Well, I've talked to a few detailers about that, and they say, well, it's great quality. And for example, not talking bad about them, but Coach Kemi, you know, everybody says they're expensive, but once they give it a shot, They're like, this is great.
I like it. Yeah.
But I know there's some people who just buy a couple chemicals, and there's some people who replace the whole chemical line on Coach Chemi.
Yeah.
I don't know. What type of person are you guys? What type of detailer are you guys? You guys like trying new things, or you stick with what you know and love?
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments below. All right, Jerry. So we talked about the products, but let's talk about customer service. Guys, I know when a lot of detailers, anybody starts a business, I don't know, man, we kind of come with an ego. You know, like, hey, it's my business. Like, for example, I have a detailer who, hey, everybody runs it. I'm not saying nothing bad, but their mentality is, let's say they have a client at 2 p.m. They're like, hey, I'm my own boss. I'll get there when I get there, and I'll finish the job when I finish the job. Is that a good mentality or not really?
I would say no, just because if you guys agreed, you know, like at this time, which, you know, I'm guilty of it. Sometimes I don't get to like my clients right away. And
everybody's a little late.
Yeah, it's not intentional, you know, it's just some cars take a little longer than others, but the part that got me was I'm gonna finish when I finish kind of thing. That's a little ugly because clients, they're kind of working around their schedule to like squeeze that in, you know. At the end of the day, clients are the ones that keep us in business. So I don't agree with that.
Do you feel like you always have to be not happy, but be professional, in a good mood?
Yeah, definitely.
But even when you have a bad client, you know? What if you have a client that says, yo, you missed the spot right here. Or, hey, what's taking so long? You know, it's very easy to get hurt emotionally. What do you mean? You know, I'm doing my best. What's the best way to handle that situation?
Honestly, man, I've had my fair share of people like that. Not too many nowadays, but sometimes they're pointing stuff out and I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll do it, you know. I'll ask my brothers, like, hey, you know, can you help me get the spot, this and that? And when we leave, it's either like, hey, what you think? Or, hey, how, you know, it's, I don't know. I always try to tell myself, like, clients are spending good money, but sometimes people are just always trying to squeeze in extra also.
You know what? That's one thing I learned, and it hurt, and it took a while for me to learn. I have to bite my tongue most of the time, bro. Swallow my pride and let them talk. Get mad at me straight to my face, and I just have to be a smile. Okay, sir, you got it. The reason why I learned this working at McDonald's, one of my managers told me, and it stuck with me. If we didn't know how to handle bad customers, we wouldn't have customers. You know, what I mean by that is, first of all, you don't know if they're having a bad day. You know, you never know if they're trying to take it, and you might be saying, Ray, that's not my problem. No one needs to talk to me like that. But yo, you're gonna get mad at every bad client that, you know, looks at you wrong. You're gonna have a business.
This is exhausting too, man.
You know, exactly. You're stressed out. You're replying back. Say, hey, don't talk. Oh, what are they gonna say? And then that just consumes, that negativity consumes you.
Exactly, yep.
And then at the end of the day, you lost a customer. You're hurting your reputation, and you gotta learn how to handle clients. Now, of course, they're being disrespectful. They're cussing at you. They're physically touching you or this and that. Hey, there's a professional way of handling that.
Exactly.
I've never had that where someone screams at me, but I keep it professional, bro. I don't escalate things, you know?
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? Someone tells you, hey, you missed a spot. What's the best way you could handle that? How do you respond? Yes, sir? Or, hey, man, that wasn't part of the package. Let us know in the comments below. All right, Jerry. And the last thing we're gonna talk about, the big mistake a lot of new detailers, new entrepreneurs make, is getting advice from people who don't know what the talking about, bro. I had, for example, I had this detailer who was detailing, and his dad, who worked for the union, told him, hey, quit your detailing job, come work in the union. You might know him. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
right. He didn't listen to him, and now his detailing job has grown. He's supporting his family with the detailing job, and the union is playing games, you know. Now, Jerry, what's some advice that people should stay away from? Like, who to take advice, or what type of advice should they avoid? What would you say?
I would say definitely, you know, just like watch who you take advice from, because some people, for example, they might have like best intentions, you know. It's like one of those things where it's like, well, you know, I'm just looking out for you. I want to make sure like you're set, this and that. That's cool. That's different. But there's also people to where they're just like, they don't understand the grind, you know? They don't understand that you have like a dream, you have like this hunger for more, not just a regular 9 to 5 regular check. You already know what your check is gonna be like. With running your own business, you know, you guys could either have days or weeks to where you make no money. You can make X amount, like a good amount of money in just one day. It's just, to me, there's no cap to how much we can make. At the end of the day, that's up to us, because sometimes we're gonna be tired. We already made a decent amount of money, and then you're gonna have a client hit you up again. Hey, you know, can you do this? And that's where that grind, that discipline is like, you know what? It's my name. I'm gonna go take this job. But if you're another job, you know, the job, you having a boss and everything, you're like, I'm not gonna go, I'm gonna call off. Because you don't care. But it's something that if, you know, you put all this work, all this time, all this energy into it, it's different. It hits different for sure.
You know what? Some advice somebody gave. I think you should also be aware, not trying to be, what they call it, ageist.
Oh yeah,
but
generations, different generations.
You know,
yeah. Security kind of thing. Yeah.
I had this older guy, when I was still growing my business, you know? And we were talking, and he goes, Reyes, you really want to grow your business? You got to go back to school, man, get a degree.
Oh, yeah.
And once you get out, you're going to have a lot of knowledge. I'm like, okay, that would have worked in your time. But I feel like nowadays you don't need to go to school.
Yeah.
You got to learn the hard way, man. You got to get out there.
Yeah, it's experience, really.
Hey, but there's a lot of new detailers out there, right? What's some advice or something you've been seeing that they promote a lot? I got an answer, but I want to see if you could think of something.
Like ceramic coatings and all that stuff? So something like that?
I was thinking more on the marketing side.
Yeah.
Well, that was my answer, but if you got something for ceramic coating.
No. So you're right on that. I see it all the time, you know? There's some detailers where, I mean, I've never seen them, you know? But then, I'm not saying like I don't see them so they never existed kind of thing, but I feel like they mention like, oh yeah, I learned this in 1 year. And they're all trying to promote like a whole like plan book, you know, or like a, you know, comment this and you could join my class. Everybody's got a class nowadays. Is that what you're talking about?
Nah, but that's true though. That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody's trying to make that passive income, you know?
Exactly.
But you know, are we too old, bro? Well, you know, maybe that's not our style.
I know.
Cause how I look at it, I don't know how you look at it, but how I look at it, hey, yo, go grow your business, you know? Put in the work. Oh, you know one thing I see a lot? Everybody nowadays wants to use that AI software.
Oh, yeah.
This and that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're bad. Like, for example, you favorite Jobber?
Oh, yeah.
Do you use Jobber?
No, never.
Why?
I never used Jobber just because to me it was like what I was using or what I was doing, it worked for me, you know? And it was free. I remember at the time when I first found out about Jobber, it was Oscar from Detail Group. He was one of the first detailers I saw that kind of pushed it. And now I'm seeing other detailers that like I'm a little more familiar with that like live in the area.
Yeah.
And they're using Jobber now too. So Jobber's kind of getting to all the detailers,
What's
you know?
up, bro? You gonna jump on it or you don't know yet?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think so.
Why fit something that isn't broken?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much. And if I don't have to pay for it, why not?
Oh, that free 99?
Yep.
There you guys go. Let us know. What detailing app do you use? What scheduling do you use? Is it free? Do you pay for it? Let us know in the comments below. But Jerry, thank you so much for spitting some mistakes new detailers make.
Definitely.
But I heard you have a YouTube channel, bro.
Yeah, I do. Yes, sir.
What is it called?
Aesthetic Auto Detailing.
There. And what kind of content do you post?
My main focus is to kind of help like the newer detailers out, you know, learn from like my mistakes, things I wish I would have known, stuff like that.
There you guys go. You guys want to show them some love. And what areas do you cover?
I cover LA County, Orange County, and Inland Empire.
Yep. And we're in West Covina right now. He actually also sells products. Oh, bro, you said people trying to make money online. You're selling products.
yeah.
Hey, we gotta get it. Hey, we gotta get it, bro. We gotta get it. But you guys need products. He has a lot. Hit him up if you're in the area. That emergency, he'll take it to you.
Yep.
Hey, there you guys go. So all his information is down below. And if you guys want to see more detailing content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys on the next one.